And we are back for the game number
Three?
number 3.
Yes.
I cannot numbers. They do not compute.
The
Wingman series number 2 is,
Yes.
I think, what I was thinking. Hence, why my brain just went, all right, it's game number 2, but it's actually game number 3. What an exciting one there, game number 2.
Yes.
A lot of action-packed one.
I mean, I wasn't here for the first circle, so I'm glad that the game allowed me to relive the whole moment and actually cast this as well. So that was fantastic. But I think that some of these guys just thought, okay, this is a similar circle. Let's just go to the middle where it was last time.
Yeah.
And you saw a lot of these teams trying to breach these areas, and they succeeded. And Mudov and Fifi Jones going there dead center early and staying there for the whole game.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of teams were kitted out from the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Even teams with like all level 3, M24s, all silenced, having obviously all kitted out M4s as well. So obviously when it's duels, like we were saying, we're gonna see teams going into the cities, Pochinkis and Yasnayas and so forth. They're gonna be able to split it and then get looted up, and then eventually they will either still manage to squeak their way out, or there's going to be an early confrontation. So in that sense, you know, in terms of viewing and spectating, I think it's very entertaining because we get to see action throughout the game. Obviously, still going into the last circles when teams are trying to make their way in. It becomes very, very hectic because you have so many different duels in all these different compounds, and then teams that are coming in late trying to get some ground, and then hail of bullets coming in from all angles. It's a bit of a chaotic situation.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately you have to survive in this game, but when you have these many duos, you can't just say, okay, we're gonna just share this, because of course these guys are gonna be maybe more looted earlier, and they're just gonna push these guys. And some have a more aggressive mindset, some have a more passive mindset, and I think that's the beautiful thing, as you said about duos. I think it definitely can be a competitive game mode in the future, but right now it's squads, and we just gotta accept when we have these squads tournaments. We just gotta accept the first 10 minutes is basically the same as Dota 2 when you have the ban phase and everything. So it's the looting phase, and see how good loot you can get or how good champions you can get, and then after the 10 minutes the fun begins.
Well, let's look at the situation in the grand final stage right now. Where are we sitting? It seems like the high definition is where to go, because Mr. Fuze, HD, and Bardave are the ones leading the board.
So are they still on the top? They didn't get that much more points, did they? Impressive.
They had, I think, I had 280 at the
after the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we see FIFA Jones and Mudov out there as well. They're in the top 5 now with the 10 kills. So it has been updated because they got 8 in last. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fuse, HD, Bardave, Pidgeotto, and Noctiv as well, still up there.
Yeah, exactly. They've had so much kills. 8 in the first one, 5 in the last one there. So they're looking good in terms of points for sure.
Pistola Time and Drassel as well. They only got 1 kill in the first game. So they had to catch up in this one. I mean, they got a win and 8 kills, and that's going to rocketeer them up to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, but I think in terms of like what you've seen so far in comparison to squads and the way that the more established teams play, what are like the differences that you can tell in terms of how players are rotating and thinking, as far as you can tell from an outside perspective?
What I feel like with this, when you see these duos, they don't play as they do in squads. They don't aggressively push as they usually do, because they can't rely on 3 teammates to pick them up. If you get a knock, you're gonna have a 2v1 situation straight off. So they're trying to put themselves in situations where they have the upper hand all the time.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing about duos, I think.
Well,
good playing here, east of Cerveny down towards the ferry pier. Basically opening up most of the map here. You have to long shoot if you want to go Lipovka, Multipower, George. It looks like Sharp Shot and Kickstart, they don't want to go Cerveny, even though it's fully free. It looks like they're looking behind them and maybe just chasing down. It's Lucky right here.
Interestingly, we're going to see an early one in Stahlberg. I think there's 2.
Looks like 2 teams.
So and then you have a third one that's north side of it.
Yeah, they did land already. So Schaefer and Smeagol X, they did land already in Stahlberg.
Yeah.
But
Empire decides to evade. They've gone further south a little bit. You've got a few houses down there that are scattered around to get some loot.
And there's some smoke coming. There's 3 teams here going for the military. A lot of teams going. Only 1 team now. So Ghost and Nihanas, they go for the Pachinki loot spawn here right now. They're gonna have the whole Pachinki to themselves as well. Not something I'd expect from those guys being so sneaky last time. That's an aggressive C right there.
Yeah, 0 kills in a game when they get what, top 5?
Yeah, the top 4. I think they got third or fourth. Yeah,
something
so
like that.
ultimately pretty good. But Yamanoda and Noctiv in the fair here, they're gonna have that to themselves as well. Good position as well. I think they're doing this on purpose because they're gonna circle. So at least the game did let me
Confirmed. It's not rigged.
Yeah, it's not rigged.
Maybe.
So thank you for that. And what I was going to say with Pidgemanota and Noctiv, I think they're going there specifically because if they get a military circle, they want to get there super early. Because when you have duos, you have so much more breach campers, you have so much more people coming in late from the circles and everything. Fifi Jones here getting knocked. Bardave is just going to drive away from that. It looks like he's just going to, I don't know how he got knocked, but he did get knocked indeed. I don't know if it was from
This is where you hope you'd have, like, you know, an infinite amount of being able to just watch replays of any given situation.
Just scroll back.
It's like, wait a minute, what happened there? And then you see a guy falling off the roof of a building or something.
I didn't see anybody in the kill feed. So, we did lose one guy already. We were down to 61 players. Mudov, he's in Lipovka. He's gonna stay there. Fifi Jones.
Okay.
Is it because he has a? How did he get knocked?
This makes no sense.
Oh, no, there's nothing. There's no bike.
He must have tripped.
There's no three-seater.
Did he forget to do his shoelaces and he tripped?
I don't know. And Mudov, he's not gonna pick him up. He's in Lipovka. He's more than 1.5 kilometer away, so he's just gonna loot Lipovka to himself, and then he's gonna have a long rotation towards the east or the west because that's where this circle is gonna be here.
Yeah, sorry, Chiro. Well, I think he got run over by Bardave.
Oh, it looks like it. Yeah, Bardave.
Is the word on the street right now.
We just saw it as well.
This obviously now that the circle is pretty much on the west side, on the west coast, if you will. We have most of the teams that will have to rotate in the circle, differing from the first 2 games. As we have these early fights coming up here on the Mealy Island, C5 Zoli has spotted 2 players coming in. Now, this is some aggression we do see here, actually.
Yeah,
Danny's just going to plow in. No fear with an M4. He's already looking okay. He has a level 1.
Oh! Double headshot right there. Insane. On the level 3 helmet, so that's broken right now. He's going to shoot him in the ass to make sure that the level 3 or 2 vest, whatever he had, it's going to survive that because he had a level 1 himself only. Hula Silva. Yeah. He's going to be looting there or there. And the other guys in the southeast of the military, they're Little Prodigy and Pat Caps. They actually heard that. So they're going to maybe be pushing into this area and the barracks area right here. But let's see what's going to happen. Meanwhile, we see Sharky and his teammate shooting after Ghost. And the Super, they're down in the southeast. Looks like Hula Silva is not gonna. He's just not gonna care about this. He's not gonna push these guys. He's gonna loot, and he's gonna try to disengage this fight right now.
Yeah, I mean, Little Prodigy and Bad Caps are just basically waiting for this fight between Hula Silva and was it Danny and his teammate to actually happen and then make their move. They're still just looting. And we already have some of the early adapters here.
Yeah.
Moving their way in to the circle. But they're going to be meeting up some players here in Jurderpol.
Sharks, yeah, and they can actually get a good amount of ground here covered into the zone if they opt to go to the southern side here.
If only they knew.
If only knew. But there's a lot of compounds in the middle here, good compounds in the middle that is fully available for everybody right now because they're so early adapters.
The one north of Gatka, where it says Gatka, literally on the map, is my favorite one. That's like just under the mountain.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's a really, really, really good compound to have.
The thing is with it though, it's really easy to breach as well because you can breach it on the backside. You can just drive a car into the yellows and you can just infiltrate around the yellows right here because people usually play the big priority building or the building the opposite way of it. So it's usually open to people breaching on the backside.
It's open for party.
It is open for party indeed. E.T. Sesti, meanwhile here in Yasnaya, he has heard some of these players over here, Sobelicious and Mars, taking shots at Mars, connecting one shot right here, but he's just going to disengage from that.
Everyone just has level 3 stuff. Level 3 helmets and backpacks.
It's
across the board.
And even the guys rotating early, they found all 3 helmets and shacks and everywhere, so Yeah, but these guys, they're gonna online at 21, and his teammate they're gonna be staying there. Empire guys, they're looting the trash south of Comiskey here. Hula Silva taking a shot at Danny, trying to connect. Does connect. A few bullets on Danny right here. He's down to 50% HP.
Yep, they decided to stay, Danny and his teammate. They've got a little bit of cover with the tree there, but it's suboptimal. Let's put it that way. As a need, it does come in, but I'm not sure it's gonna make its way all the way there.
It looked like
wait,
it hit
what?
the tree. Yeah, it looked like it hit the tree.
I
and
hit a branch.
the branch went straight into it again. Danny down to 30% HP right now. He opted to go to the other tree. So Hula Silva here. Oh, connecting one shot here. That looked like he did a small white peek in that. Danny doesn't have heals, so he's just gonna wait for that. Imperious, meanwhile, he's pushing right now because he saw him. He hit him, so he's gonna go to the aggressive stance right here and take the next tree.
Yeah, I think what the play right now is for him to maybe chill out, but instead he's gonna make a lot of noise. I'm not sure if Hula Silva's gonna be able. Well, now he is gonna be able to hear him as he pushes it all the way. What I would have thought is his teammate be the one to engage first, and when he gets maybe he lands a shot, and then he pushes in when he knows Hula Silva's HP is low. But you know.
Yeah, I think that they don't have too much heals because he didn't heal up immediately. Taking Hula Silva out.
Yeah.
They are out. They were also out pretty early in the last game, so they're gonna go out early in this game as well. Unlucky for them. Maybe they only play Miramar.
Maybe they do.
So they're gonna take 2 wins on Miramar. What do you think? 2 wins on Miramar?
Sounds
On Hula Silva?
sounds very plausible.
No. These guys have the compound you like, the Super. They have taken that already, and we see a lot more players in the middle here of the circle. So
Yeah.
there's going to be less compounds available for all the teams rotating in from the east here. Pistola Time and Drassel, a long rotation here. They're going to rotate straight into Schaffer and Smeagol here. What's going to happen when they drive straight to the city?
Let's see. Let's get a POV on this. See how it pans out. Schaffer is putting himself in a position that a house appears in front of him, so he does have to kind of transition. He connects some bullets, switches over to an M4 with a 4x scope.
Oh!
Nice one. Pistol Time goes down. That's going to be the end of him. His teammate nowhere to be found. Oh, never mind. He is actually coming in now with a UAZ and decides to try and book it. But is he going to be able to? It appears that he might be able to.
Yeah, they didn't connect any shots on Drassel, so Dressel's going to survive that. Schaefer and his teammate is going to book a kill straight onto them right there.
Yeah.
Smeagol X. Empire also rotating in.
South side from the mountain, a lot of the usual suspect spots have been occupied. So you gotta be really careful once you're rotating, because again you're in a similar scenario from the earlier games where you are going to get crossfired from a lot of different teams shooting at you.
Exactly. And that was a perfect move right there. They got the MK14, but the guy already had an SKS, so you can imagine he already had some of these spicy attachments.
Yep.
Maybe the extended mag for the MK and the cheek pad and the compensator, all the silencer here. So they're gonna be pretty good looted with that MK. A gun I really love. What do you think about that?
It's a bit of a it's a controversial one for me. It depends on the day.
Okay, so you gotta hit the day. I mean, I like it because if you have an extended mag on that thing.
Yeah.
I played close range.
Yeah,
Put a red dot on it, and you just go in. It's 60 damage. It's 50% more than the 5.56 guns. It's so good.
Yeah.
And the fire rate is
It's
just
a ripper,
so high.
basically.
Yeah, it is.
Shreds you apart.
Yep. I really like it. You don't get it often though, especially not in tournaments.
I'm a great fan of the AUG.
The AUG, oh yeah, it's so OP. It's so good. No
it's
recoil basically, and and it's just high fire rate. It's so good as well. But you don't get to play it often unless you play to get these fantastic crates.
Sometimes I do though. When I go play the games, all I do is just find myself a bike and just go.
And then you go crate hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get into fights. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. That's a good way to find some of these people that are not alive here. Mudov gonna drive straight close to Padcaps right now, and they're gonna be stopping to take some shots of him right here. Padcaps taking shots of Mudov. He's down to 50% HP. I'm not sure if it's because they have connected a shot or it's because he's just driving outside the blue, but he's gonna take a long way around the south of the barns here and try to just get away from these guys. Meanwhile, Little Prodigy is still driving just to get into the zone. So many teams. No, and the whole eastern side. Actually, a lot of way into the eastern side is very open still.
Yeah.
So you can still edge if you want to do that.
Indeed. Now the question obviously is, what is the next circle going to do through this game? As we have a team, Schaffer and his teammate are still north side in the blue, making their way down south from there. But little did they know, there's actually people that are at the edge of the circle. That's again Empire have found themselves a bit of positioning.
Fantastic circle. All the teams that go that went middle, they did get rewarded a bit there. Gadka is dead center basically, but the eastern side is very open here. Snoopyx, or what you want to call them. Probably just Snoopy did take one teammate down here, and they're taking another fight right here. So you're just staying on the blue here. Schaefer making the way in as well. Smeagol, Sharpshot has heard that, so he's just gonna jump off his vehicle here. Yeah, the two-seater, fantastic.
Trying to get some vision by jumping to see over the bump as he puts his bike up, ready to go, move along. Trying to get some position, and they do need to go south quite a bit here to make sure that they find a position where they're going to be comfortable. But the problem again is that there is people scattered everywhere in the circle right now, so you really got to pick and choose in terms of where you go, as Empire are actually going to be running into them. Is any one of them going to engage?
They're going to drive into each other as well. Adusi taking out Sharpshot right here, getting hit as well by his teammate. Oh, Adusi doing the 180 and taking out Kickstart as well. Insane. So that is Kickstart and Sharpshot out of the zone as well. He's down to 1% HP as well. Adusi surviving that. And it was Sharpshot that drove straight into him with the two-seater, maybe hoping to spin his vehicle out here. But what an insane play by Adusi right now.
Yeah. That was quality gameplay by Doozy, who is still outside the circle. There's people that are towards the circle that have heard the fight that can try to hold him off.
Shax, they're going to survive that with our teammate and his teammate. 50% HP, taking the two-seater, just driving into the small dip here. There, you don't want to go. They don't want to go into a compound with that HP, so they're just going to heal up. They're still in a good position in the zone, somewhat west in the middle here, but Pajama Noda and Inoctive has also taken a really good compound here. The red house is southwest of Gatka. Really good position. Open field all around, and lots of open field to just shoot at people. Smeagol and Dressel driving next to each other here.
Good thing, obviously, Gatka right now is a very prime position to be in. Tall buildings, all that, you get a lot of visibility, but the problem is, if the next circle is not on them. First of all, where did they manage to hide their possible cars, so they're not blown up or tires get popped out? So how are they going to be able to transition from that position anymore? So
Gatka is also like, if you're alone in Gatka's team, you're usually able to keep the cars. But if there's more teams, you're either gonna go out with losing some team members, or you're gonna go dead, because it's so hard to get out of Gatka once you're in there. So if the circle doesn't end on Gatka, it's really hard right here. Plays I like to play is the two chopsticks right here. I like to play the dips up here.
Yeah,
really good position. You can't really keep your cars, but you can really rotate anywhere from there as well.
yeah.
Player 36 and Shax here. They heard Sharky Z. And
Z for Sharky. What?
Shax and Sharkies. Just very Z's and Sharks.
Sharks versus Sharkies.
Sharkies and Shax. Off in a 1v1 here. You can hear them.
Yeah. Well, then again, you should be able to see them.
Player 36.
Not the edge of the fence as the push come in. There's one upstairs. Is he going to be able to capitalize on it? Oh, he does. That's a knock. That's a kill. Low on HP. Actually, again, we got Vilden in the game.
Yeah, player 36, Vilden here. He's just gonna lose his teammate early here, and let's see if he can capitalize on being a lone survivor later. Empire on the edge here, taking shots from Wasabi and Jakanov,
who have a massive elevation advantage here as well.
Yeah.
Well, for Snoopy, it's good that he has a smoke. That does help him a lot. He's going to be able to evade just because of basically the trees and the smoke. The combination is going to take all the visibility. Well, Gatka is still in the circle, so there's that going. But again, there's going to be less compounds, obviously, in this circle.
Yeah.
More open fields.
Yeah.
So
Inoctive and Pidgeminota still in a really good position. Serial Funnias and Final Costas in the two houses next to each other, also a pretty good position. PJ Renegades in the yellows here, which is basically nearly dead center, really good position as well. Maldefar here and Skurglol from Ambush making their way in, making their way downtown.
Well, Ghost surprisingly not engaging. They're one of the ones that again they're sitting at zero.
The Snakers. I mean, it's a good way to do it, but let's see if they're gonna run into some death traps right here in the field.
They're getting shot at. They're getting shot at from on top of that little hill. Multifar 2C 1C, going for the shots. Not gonna be connecting though. So Ghost and his teammate do get away, and they get in towards the middle of a lot of teams though.
Yeah, they're kind of in a small divot here maybe. I'm not sure if Nihinas is going for that, if he knows that dip. But Ghost, he did go for going away, so he's in an elevated hill here, right here. And it's a pretty good spot here. It's a little... Oh, he's going to get knocked here by Final Costas from the double houses right here. He's in a completely open here. And this rock, you don't really want to play it unless you're sure that nobody's behind you.
Yeah.
So you want to wait with rushing those positions until you're sure that your back is safe or you have cleared that area. Basically playing from that edge side. So Nihanas is going to go down, and Ghost 1337, aka Lead, is going to be the lonely guy on the top of the mountain.
Indeed. He's going to have to snake his way through once again. 25 teams still in the game. Majority of them, though, are within the inner circle.
Smeagol here taking shots on Onliner and Easy Zesty. Did see Bardev as well there shortly, but managed to just go away from that. They're going to be really close to each other. Danny and Mr. Fuse right here. They're just on top of each other. Player as well, taking out Onliner. Player 36 and Onliner. Mr. Fuse also taking Emperors out, and Emperors knocking Bardev to fight west here. Gonna see here Danny, Mr. Fuse, he's down to 20% HP or 10% HP basically, and he's trying to heal that off. Gonna go for the flank here, is taking him out here. So Danny did get those 2 kills, but he lost his teammate eventually as well on that. So he's gonna be alone on the edge here, and the zone is slowly moving in as well. Walking in shame, he's shamelessly walking into the swamp here, pushing from the southwestern side, making his way into the new zone as well. This Suba has spotted Lula. Ooh, that looked like
that connected.
That looked like it connected. Indeed. Maybe it's just... Oh, that must have been a neck shot.
No helmet. You would have thought...
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, well, he got flanked.
So Pure Rav, I think it was from a completely other position here. Or was it... yeah, it was Pure Rav. Where was he? They was from Gatka. So these guys in Gatka here in the tier 3 house, they saw them more than 400 meters away and took 2 shots at him. Insane shots right here. Wasabi and Jackinov pushing into that compound, and the Super has actually taken a really good position on the corner, making sure that they can't breach that area.
Yeah, look at how busy the southwest side of the circle is.
Oh yeah, and now it's gonna push away from them.
Yeah, they will have to actually transition and move their way up.
So they're gonna have like a 90 degrees in the southwest here that all have to push into.
This is gonna be a hell zone here in the southwest.
Really good position here in the swamp area around the walls, but these guys, Final Costas and Funny as they're going to have a really good position to try to pick up some of these skills.
Indeed. So we have some fight. Zesty has managed to knock one down in the south part of the old circle, you could say.
Yeah.
Now is he going to make a move? As Vilden is making it work. Player 036 has a knock. Does he see the other guy? Nice shot.
Oh, headshot.
That's a lot of damage too. He should know he's headshot him. So this is your time to make a move. You push, but...
Oh, and Nate connected as well. That's really close. Taking him down to even lower HP here. Wilden, player 36 here, pushing around. He's going to see him and take him out as well. Nice 2v1 right here from player 36. Pushing him up to 3 kills right there.
Yeah.
He lost his teammate early, but he's able to play it solo right here. Also, the beautiful part about these duos is that even if you lose just one teammate, you're able to make some big plays. And this was indeed a big play.
Yeah, if we have Zesty and Ambush Skork LOL in the south side with the zone now creeping in. Zesty decides to actually book it and just go towards north, towards Gatka, trying to find some position. And as I said, Final Costas and his teammate are in a really, really good position here to try to catch off people that are coming in.
Yeah.
Into the zone. As we've seen, people are actually slowly moving a little bit north before maneuvering their way into the circle now, the ones that were in the southwest side of it.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't want to really on the southern side of the circle. Here's such an open area. You don't really want to push in that. So they're opting to go on the northeast side here, just going around here. Meanwhile, these guys are getting breached by Wizards. Wizards are taking a majestical breach right here, pushing the best building in this compound ultimately here.
Indeed.
Pushing pure raw in this as well. Player 36 taking out Pad Caps as well. Now Little Prodigies is the only guy alive here in the western side of the zone.
Yeah, the problem is when you are breaching this kind of a house, the stairs up are so narrow that you can easily get bottled there.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a bottleneck. And also there's so many rooms as well here. Pick got taking some shots as well. Down to 15% HP. They're just going to try to nade up here. But there's so many rooms. Oh, Taylor here making a big play, trying to push for this. He's not in there. He's in the other side. Can I push him here? Now. Oh, yeah, he did. Down to 50% HP here. Pick got his on good HP. He's going to push upstairs.
Look at the rotation, though. There's rotation coming in from Gova, who will now manage to make his way up. Raw is stuck in this one room. He's going to get pinched in. The push comes in. He goes down.
Nice knock.
Yeah, well, he's going to get eliminated.
And Taylor J just pulled back to the other house. He didn't want to help him, or he was just too afraid of doing it here. As you said, now here, the whole western side, there's 10 people alive at least. Serial Fun is taking shots at Danny here, down to 5% HP, just making it barely into the zone here. And Drassel is going to be super close to this. Is he going to make a move, or is he just going to snake?
Uh-oh.
He's going to
coming in, though.
He's going to snake his way in here. Look at
Danny,
all these
though.
teams.
He's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different teams on the southwest side of the zone here. Little Prodigy.
And all different teams, though. There's individual players right here. Prodigy, Sharkies, and Biz.
Aduzi here. He lost his teammate Kami here, just took out Snoopy right now. Aduzi is making a knock, or making a flank, and Kami just took him out straight off here, just not even getting noticed right here. So Kami and Strandums, who is probably streaming right now on Twitch, as you can see his name.
What about it, though, yes?
Yes. That's a good way to put that in your name.
Well, we have two teams, essentially, that are in the new circle. Everyone else has to make their way in. The ones on the north side are going to have a lot of open field that they will have to go through.
Yeah.
Also, the ones here, Bijama Note.
And an Octave, yes.
Yeah, they
have to run in the open as well.
They're also
there's a
position.
bit of dips and some rocks and some stuff they maybe can utilize here.
Okay.
And Sharky's here. He's gonna wait for Bish. Bish must have heard this.
Yeah.
So he's just waiting for it. Bish. Yeah, it's gonna be the
slight flag.
It looks like a crash. No, here we
There
go.
we
Just
go.
a small freeze. Bish here. He's gonna push him and take out Sharky's. So he is out of the play as well. Down to 16 teams, 25 alive. A lot of snakes is alive still. The tap just needs one tap right now. He's gonna blow up that car and take out tap. No, actually Wasabi. He just shot him through the window on the car right there, so he's out as well. And these guys are so close to each other as well, the north side here. So Jackanoff and Wasabi is just gonna run here away from that. Serial Funniest.
This is when you hope you have a lot of smokes at your disposal.
Yeah. He has to cross this road of death, if you may. Noctiv pushing right here, taking down not a developer. Oh, getting taken down by PJ Renegades, trying to finish him right there. PJ Minoda pushing around as well. He has seen him, and he's going to take him out as well. So PJ Minoda is now alone. He lost his teammate here. Wizards are pushing him a bit, but PJ Minoda is going to come out on top on this fight.
Yeah, and he has a house for himself too.
Yeah,
so
which is basically super centralized as well. So
exactly,
a good house.
He could be in a very, very good position in here and just kind of wait for everything to play out, and see where he ends up in this game.
Yeah. And unluckily he lost an Octave in that fight, but they did come up out on top. They did have a third party shooting at them from the east, but he managed to survive that. Kame here taking shots as well.
These little dips and these little bumps you have here are a massive help. Kame here is going to see players that will have to make their way in, but They have the haystacks.
They have some haystacks, and they are utilizing their smokes as well. Carbon taking some shots as well. Kame is actually down to being alone right here. He's going to take down Microstar, and Carbon is the last player in that team right now. He's probably not going to get inside the zone. Oh, he is. He is going to get inside the zone.
Oh, nade.
He's going to try to nade that. That is a long
Very
nade.
optimistic.
Yeah, very optimistic nade here.
It's close, but no cigar, though.
Yeah. Oh, taking some shots as well. Connecting 2 shots on Carbon again here. Oh, Strandum's actually alive as well. So there are 2 guys alive. Kame taking out Microstar.
They're on the good side here because they have the edge of the circle for themselves as well.
The new circle popped, and it's going to be somewhat centered, but still a bit to the northwest here. Pretty good. Pidgeminota already pushing out, getting into that dip here, close to that, so he's going to be able to gatekeep. Skurglol from Ambush is going to be inside the zone as well. He did go dead center. He probably has the dip as well. There's close to him as well. The Suba and Ghost, they're pushing into another position. I love these endings, actually. Beautiful amount of ways you can play this.
Yeah.
A lot of dips and divots and haystacks and hills you can play this. Obviously, this is a prime position for these guys right now, taking the elevated hill right here.
Yeah, they will have a lot of visibility.
Yeah.
We see players trying to run into the zone. The furthest towards Katka, though, still Wizards. I mean, Kippy the Slayer just snaking his way, kind of waiting for things to happen.
He's taking shots at them as well.
Exactly. He's spotted them, but I think this could get problematic from just because the zone is making so much damage. And he's getting shot at, and he's going to die.
To the play zone. Unfortunately, Kippy the Slayer didn't slay anyone in this one, but the Wizards are going to survive. They're going to be pushing into this hill here, probably down on the south. Again. The Suban goes very close to Pidgeminota.
Who, again, the lone warrior for his duo.
Yeah.
He's trying to be one with the grass, basically.
He's very much trying to do that.
And he's in the zone, so he's got that going for himself.
He's going to try to gatekeep these guys. He must have heard these guys or seen these guys pushing over or heard them fight earlier, because this is a very aggressive gatekeep he's going for right here.
Indeed.
Kame alive, taking the 1v1 here on Carbon XYZ. There's he's disconnected. That's why, because he's only one on the. That's why I said he was alone. Looks like Strandums is disconnected, so he probably has crashed or here. Oh, he's moving again. Oh yeah, he's back. He's alive. Strandums.
The stream is back live.
You can see it didn't show on the map.
Right.
You couldn't see him on the map. So that's why I said there's only one guy taking shots.
Dead. He's dead. He's
can't do anything there.
Now Wizards here in the south side of the circle will have to run in, and the problem is that they are gonna get kept by plenty of teams. So eventually they will end up in a situation where everyone's just gonna be fighting everyone in this part of the circle.
I think only Kame and these guys, they're gonna be the only one aggressive, pushing these guys. The other guys are gonna probably just try to snake a bit here. Final Costas knocking Strandums on the hill right there, so Kame is left alone, as the map says as well. He has a little 1 helmet and a broken level 2 vest. He's gonna pop a little boost here, so he's fully boosted, and the next zone is gonna push all the way to the east, straight on Skurglol. Skurglol, a Danish player, and Skurk actually means villain in Danish, so he's called Villain Lol.
All right.
Is
he gonna be the villain of the game?
I don't know. Maybe. Pidgeminota not inside the zone, but very close as well. It's going to be some snaking around here. Who's going to make the first move? Because right now, it's everyone's game.
Well, certainly as Phonias decides to just book it with a car. He's creating himself a bit of a cover. Drives onto another car. He's going to try to make it into an L-shaped cover.
Yes,
or V-shaped.
Little fortress right there.
Yep.
Kame taking some shots and connecting those as well. Oh, the southwestern zone is so. They have 5 guys down there. Pidgeminota so close to each other. Who's gonna take the first shots? Skurglol is looking straight towards Wizards. He hears them, and
he's got that little bump there.
He's got the divot here, and the Wizards kind of just moving around. When they see this car, they gotta think that there's a guy close to this, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, they are aware. Gova is aware of the car now. Feels like.
Pidgeminota here on the lower side of the hill. The other guys in the field. Oh, Kame is taking out, so it's 8 alive, 5 teams left. 3 duos, and 1 solo.
Oh, he's not engaging. He's just waiting, Skirk. Waiting for the right opportunity.
Anyone has a UMP as well.
They have no idea. The timing is going to be key. Uh-oh. There we go. He's going for the fight. It inflicts a lot of damage on Gova.
silence.
But you need to make a play now. You have to make a play, but what is he going to do in that situation, really? He needed to get that knock.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he was done for. And he is, and we're down to 4 teams now, right now. And it's going to be a good old classic field battle.
Snaky right here. Ghost is very close to Pidgeotto, and he must hear this. Pidgeotto from here.
Yeah, he's found him. He's got the knock. He's looking for the teammate.
He's very far away from each other, 30 meters at least away from each other, so he's not going to be able to counter push that. Wizards here taking out Costas, so they were down to 1 duo and 2 solos. Pidgeotto, the newly picked up Navi player, pushing straight into the zone here, and they're going to have the zone on them, and he's a really good position here in these small plants and flowers and trees right here. Super also has a really good hay bell, if you may. And the other guys, they have to make a play right here. They're going to smoke it up and try to push into the zone.
They are. Now that's the interesting part as there's individual players. If there's an engagement between one of them against the duo of Wizards, that would give the opportunity for either Zuba or Pidgeotto to make a play at that point in time. Like you said, the smokes have been deployed, and that's going to give some more cover for the Wizards to make a play, and they've become snakes.
They try to get one with the field. Everybody inside the zone right now, and it looks like these guys are not going to go aggressively. Usually when you see a duo like this, they are standing up here. Usually when you see a duo like this and you have 4 guys live, they usually go for the spot and try to get some information so they can play that aggressively. And the Super is not entirely inside yet, but he's just going to try to snake in as well. And it looks like we're going to have a standoff right here waiting for the Wizards to make a move, because Pidgeotto and the Super, they're solo players. They're just going to stay down, hidden.
Yeah, Zuba, though, if he made a move a little bit more to the left of him, he would be able to spot both of those players. But
these guys, they're playing the same hay bell as well. So if you get a nade off these guys as well, that's going to be huge.
I'm not a great fan of that, though. Being behind the same hay bell.
No. Especially when it's the small one. These ones are a bit better where the Super is, but the small ones, they're so hard to play 2 guys.
Indeed.
They're trying to utilize some smoke as well. Become one with the darkness.
Yes, the zone is going to be shrinking. It's not going to be enough for Zupa. Yeah, it is.
So we're going to kicking off with this 3-minute hidden timer. I actually suggested something for this timer because this is just really boring, basically. But there's a 3-minute hidden time on this, and I suggested that instead of taking the 3 minutes, you can move the 3 minutes onto the 30 seconds wait, and then having the zone, because when you have this, it moves super fast. And I suggested you could just make it super slow instead. So everybody's just forced to like push each other, so we don't have this 3-minute waiting game. Of course, we have Pickgut here trying to make a small flank and getting some info in the super, but that could ultimately in the future hopefully make this last zone a bit more exciting, forcing everybody, because you're never going to have anybody in the middle, so just force the zone to go towards the middle. That could be a very good feature.
And now Zupa must have heard Pickgut.
Yeah, he's running around now, so he did try to get some info on him, trying to snake around, but he didn't go all the way around, so he must just think that that the Super here, he is here. So Pickgut trying to snake as well. Trying to, and he can hear him. He's not snaking too much. So he's going to see him. What are you doing? So it's a 1v1.
Yep.
The Super. They're gonna have info. So Wizard has. So the only info they don't have anybody on right now is Pidgeotto, and he basically has info on Super. So he's just gonna wait until this, because these 2 guys know where each other are, or at least have an idea of it. So he's just gonna wait for that asterisk to small star on the minimap here to pop, and then see who gets.
And also,
lucky.
Since he's got a little dip, he could potentially try to get some information and still get him behind cover.
Yeah, indeed.
That's the good part for him.
Yeah. So Super here picking the bones of the Wizard member. He's just taking. He's taking off the backpack right now. So he's emptying his backpack. I think he's going off for the backpack, or maybe just put down a gas can just to try to fake it. Yeah, he did take off the backpack indeed. So he's just going to be more snaky now. Gova here might have spotted him because he has the info on him. But I wonder if it's just gonna be. Gova is kind of worried about both sides. He's looking both sides right now.
He has
Worried about
he knows from before.
Oh yeah, he knows from before.
Yeah.
Of course. Yep.
Has the intel.
He does have the info because Pidgeotto did kill Supa's teammate. So the standoff and the 3 minutes timer.
We need some dramatic music for this part.
Yes. I think just some epic build-up music kind of just builds up slowly, becoming more and more exciting, like in the American trailers when the new movies comes out. They have to make it very exciting, even though it's the same catastrophe movie here. The next, it's gonna pop straight onto Pidgeotto right here, so he can just take some steps back, and he's gonna stand up and just give himself some info right now. The Super, and look, that's what I'm talking about. It's very fast.
Yep.
Instead of just forcing everybody to go in here.
The last smokes have been deployed. The Snake of Zupa making his way. And actually, Gova is going to find Pidgeotto. Becomes a one-on-one. Obviously, both know where they are, and it's going to be Gova the one to get the kill in the end.
Yep. So the Super and his teammate goes. They're going to have 3 kills, and they're going to take the win of that. A very good Snake. The Wizards, 7 kills.
Oh, yeah.
Pidgeotto and Anoctive again in the top 3. Like they were in the first game. I think there were something in the first game as well. 4 kills as well, grinding that. Maldefa and our villain friend from Ambush, 0 kills, but did snake it into the top 5. And Kibbe the Slayer did lose his teammate Oxotuk 666. So he was solo, but did make it to the top 8.
Pidgeotto and his teammate are doing a good, solid job here in terms of the big picture.
Yep.
I think in terms of points, which we're going to be seeing later, they should be in a good position.
Indeed. I'm just curious to see if they're going to be able to keep up this momentum on Miramar.
Yeah.
Because playing duo on Miramar, that's not something you do every day.
Yeah, it's a very different setting, if you will. Well, let's look at the highlights from this one, though. It was a different one, finally, because we had a very, very different circle.
Indeed.
Early parts, again, we had some fighting.
This
was a good one. Hey, that's just destroying the level 3 helmet there with the double headshot. The early fights in the melee base happening, and this one's very north. Schaffer managing to knock Piss all the time with the M4. As his teammate was still in transition. I think they were somewhere on the northeast side trying to get some cheeky loot before.
Yeah, they looted Kameski in this. Yeah. And here we have as well a Doozy taking out Sharp Shot.
Oh shit! Yeah, this
and 180 straight to the face. Not even on the face. It was just a 3-tap on kickstart here. An Octave knocking 1, getting flanked as well. And it's going to be a 1-2 trade here. Pidgeotto taking out PJ Renegades and surviving that. Getting that top 3 position right here. In this zone and the Super here. Pig got taking the flank, unnecessary flank, I'd say. Pidgeotto looking around this side here, not an area he needed to cover, but he did indeed do it. And the Super...
I mean, Gova's issue in that last situation was the fact that he got eaten up by the zone, honestly. He down to like 30 HP, so he was already compromised even though he got the kill. He couldn't really do much in the one-on-one at the end.
No. And but exciting stuff as well. Not super exciting the last 3 minutes of just waiting, but exciting matchup until then. Different circle, and let's see if we can get some more exciting circles in the next games maybe.
Indeed. Let's take a break before that, though. We're heading into game number 4 after this.